Hello everyone. In tonight's paranormal investigation, I'm not in the usual location of a haunted home or museum, but instead I'm out here in the open fields in the middle of nowhere, several miles west of the medieval city of York, in between the small villages of Topwith and Long Marston. Now, it seems very peaceful, serene and tranquil. But let me tell you this, it was anything but back on the 2nd of July 1644, when the biggest battle of the English Civil War took place right here between the Royalists and Parliamentarians. Now, it all started 2 years prior to this battle in 1642, when members of the Parliament didn't like the religious views and economic policies of King Charles I, and that's when the two armies were created, the Parliamentarians and the Royalists. Now, controlling the north was the Earl of Newcastle on behalf of King Charles I, whereas the Lancashire and West Riding of Yorkshire areas were controlled by the Parliamentarians, such as the Earl of Manchester and Lord Fairfax. Now, funnily enough, in 1642 I did mention the Earl of Newcastle, and it was him that went with the Royalists over to Bolling Hall and used it as a stronghold against the Parliamentarians, and he actually defeated them. And it was at that time that Lord Fairfax fled that battle and went back up to the port of Hull. But fast forward 2 years, and that's when Earl of Leven, with the Scottish Army on behalf of the Parliamentarians, made his way across the Scottish border to the northeast. Now, the Earl of Newcastle had to split up his army. He had to go and try and protect that Scottish border to stop the Earl of Leven coming across, but he also had to leave his other men at the port of Hull, watching the Parliamentarians, making sure that they didn't go anywhere near York, which is several miles away from here. Now, York was very, very important. It was like a stronghold for the Royalists, and if that was to be attacked and broken down and they lost control, then there'd be in major trouble. Now, the Earl of Newcastle, splitting up his army in two, actually created an opportunity for the Parliamentarians, and Fairfax's men and army came across from Lancashire, across the Pennines and into the West Riding of Yorkshire. In fact, they made it to Wetherby, about 14 miles away from here. At the time, King Charles heard about this and was called into action. He sent his nephew, Prince Rupert, across. He was coming up north and capturing men, making his army larger, came across to the north, the northwest, and made his way across also in this area. Now, Prince Rupert and his men, the Royalists, were over in that area, about 40 miles away in Knaresborough, and you had the Parliamentarians over in that area towards Wetherby. Now, Prince Rupert and the Royalists did outmanoeuvre the Parliamentarians to relieve the city of York, and the Parliamentarians did retreat, but both sides gathered full forces and came back. You had about 17,000 men on the Royalist side and about 28,000 men on the Parliamentarian side. There was a big difference. The Parliamentarians outnumbered the Royalists, but Prince Rupert wanted to go to battle. He told the Earl of Newcastle that through a letter he was told it was imminent that they had to go to war. And that's what happened here at Marston Moor on the 2nd of July 1644. So, the sun has set, it's getting dark and it's getting very cold and creepy. But in this paranormal investigation tonight, I hope to capture some evidence. With the thousands of men that lost their lives here, there's every chance that residual energy is still here. Maybe we'll hear random noises of cannon fire, muskets shooting, men screaming and shouting, swords clattering. Maybe we'll get visual anomalies in the form of lights across the fields or in the sky. interestingly enough, there's been many UFO sightings as well, so we may get something different, who knows. But the main reason I want to be here is because I've heard in the far distance where those trees are, just beyond there could well be a mass grave where thousands of Royalists lost their lives in the standoff. Now it's just a rumour, but it was known as White Psych Close, and even experts that have sent drones across in that area have detected like an anomaly, a dip in the land, and think that's where it could be. So why don't I go over there and try and find out before it goes pitch black. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk across there. It's going to take me about 45 minutes, it's a long way, and see what I can get, see if I can capture any evidence. So wish me luck. Very, very dark. That's the monument put up for the Battle of Marston, a memorial. And now we're going to make our way to White Psych Close, which is said to be that mass burial pit. But it's going to be a long walk, so here we go. I've also brought out a K2 meter, so if there's any weird anomalies tonight, EMF detected, this will light up, and there shouldn't be anything out here, so if there is anything captured, this goes off, then you know it's strange. How fucking strange is this? Now, what you're seeing, it looks a lot lighter than it actually is. Looking through this, I can see, but without it, it's like so much darker. And this path is pretty treacherous, so I best watch my step. Just look at that sky, it's got a strange colour to it. Imagine if we see some weird lights in the skies or in the fields. It's been reported multiple times. And what if we hear screams or the sounds of cannons or muskets? That would be pretty fucking freaky. It's a little bit windy, so apologies if you can't hear me fully. Back to night vision. path's getting a little bit overgrown now. A bit disconcerting when you don't have proper path anymore. But I know he's further up here and then left. I mean, can you imagine armies crossing this very land in this dark, fighting each other? I'm literally walking in the footsteps of the parliamentarians and royalists, and it's got a very eerie vibe. Not to mention that you're out in the middle of nowhere by yourself in the pitch black. But to think of the history and the deaths that took place. Now, I think we're coming up to the left-hand turn. This is taking a hell of a lot longer than I expected. I thought 45 minutes. It's taking me 45 minutes just to walk to this first turn. So, I think it's near 11 o'clock now. 11 o'clock and we're getting there slowly. And who knows what's going to jump out. I must be flipping nuts. Okay, I've just made it to the turning, the left turn, but it seems like I've just come to like a dead end. They've put haystacks right in the way, so you can't get past, and it seems like overgrown and like a ditch. Shit. This could be quite dangerous. No fucking chance of getting through there. It's overgrown. It's like a drop. No chance of getting through there. I'll have to see if I can get through the other side halfway down. Damn. Right. Ah. Well, we're here. Look at that. That is what I am seeing. Right, we need to go back down. So come on guys, tell me. Am I right in doing what I'm doing? Is this just like taking it too far? I mean, in a group it's probably a better idea. It's not exactly safe. I just hope no medieval flipping soldiers jump out on me. I've made it back to this crossroads. Now up there is where I was going to go and turn left, but it seems like it's a dead end with a ditch that I can't even cross and heavily overgrown. So I'm going to go down this halfway path and see if I can get through here. And now I've just reached a fence. So up at the top I had a problem with a dead end, and now I've reached this location and I've got a fence which I shouldn't really go through, so I'm wondering if I can go across these cornfields to the top end where I was going to go and left. Let's give it a go. So now found myself in a bit of a decent area to walk straight up. I wonder if I'm actually going to make it. This might be too difficult. Well, I'm going to give it another go. I'm going to try and get there. If I can, then we'll try and do some stuff anyway. But gotta do it. Can't come all this way and not give it a go. We're not quitters, man. You can see them trees in the distance. That's where I'm walking towards, to see if I can get close to this potential mass grave. I mean, look how far I've walked. Bloody hell. We are at the trees. So what does this mean? Does this mean we're going to be alright? Or have we reached another dead end here? Fuck me, this is the first set of trees. So this is only part of the way. I can't get through here, so I'll have to go this way. Why do I get the feeling I'm not going to get very far? I'm not going to get to this location. Will I get there before midnight? That is the question. I must have done miles of walking by now. Need to get over it. Just don't know how, because the crops are really high there. Now how do I fuck? It's also blocked here. How do I get? Just dead end after dead end. But even if I can get somewhere near, then I can at least do a session. This is tough. Feels like not getting anywhere, but we are going to do something tonight. So, I've just had a fucking breakthrough. I found one little patch here that gets me onto this road. Now, I've looked everywhere. I went up to the top left. I was blocked off by a ditch, trees, barrier. I went all the way around, halfway point up to the end, met a gate, blocked again, came all the way up this crop field, blocked by trees, and a barrier all the way across, until I got to this point, a clearing to get me on to this path. Now I think this is going to set me on my way. Let's see. And this is it. I have made it. I've made it to this area where I believe there is a mass grave where around 4,000 Royalists lost their lives. Now, what a journey that has been. I've had to somehow find a way through these fields, and it's taken me about an hour and 50 minutes to get here, but here I am. So finally, I've made it to the location which I believe is the mass grave for the Royalists that lost their lives here. Now, on the drone footage earlier on, I actually came over this area so you could see how far away it is, and it's taken me just under 2 hours to get here because I've been hit with barriers and other problems, other things that I've got on in the way. So I've managed to get here by chance. So let's run a few tests and see if we get anything. Maybe we'll get some noises. Let's try it out. Can you tell me, is this where thousands of men lost their lives in 1644 at the Battle of Marston? Please speak into this which I'm holding in my hand. Is anybody here? Is this the site of the mass grave? Please let me know that you're around. Can you tell me what army you served? Come on, make yourselves known. We're trying to establish communication and bring back your memory. That day, the Battle of Marston went down in history as the biggest battle of the English Civil War. You took part in that. It's down in the history books. Wow. It's so eerie, quiet. Is somebody over there? I swear, it's like, I know there's nothing there, but I can hear noises in that direction. Like someone's walking around. Now, I've left the K2 meter just down there. You can see that little light. So if that flashes at all, then there's something strange going on, interference. If anybody's out here, there's a device over here with the little green light on it. If you go over to it, more lights will go off, which will tell me that somebody's near it. Doesn't cause any harm. There's someone over there, I'm telling you. definitely someone down there. There's shitloads of movement. To the point I'm thinking someone's literally walking through the crop field. Is anybody here? Do you want to come over to this? Stand over here. Right. Check on that light, see if anything happens, and in the meantime I'm going to use Echo Vox to see what we get.
Please.
Can you tell me what your name is, please? Do we have any of the Royalists here?
Disconnected.
Disconnected. Please don't be scared. Please don't be shy. This is your chance to communicate using this. Is this a mass grave where a lot of people killed here? Yes. Yeah. Can you tell me what your name is, please? Who was your leader in this battle? How did you die? What did you think of King Charles or Prince Rupert? Can you make your way over here to this light on the floor? No. It's only a way to communicate with me. It sounds like I can hear a voice, a male's voice, with a tone that would have come from that time. What the fuck was that? Who's here, please? Do we have anyone from the Parliament group? Did you like the parliamentarians? I've come all the way here to see you, to speak to you, to pass on a message. I wanted to see if any of the soldiers are still here. Any soldiers still here? Need help? I'm getting that feeling right now, that electric charge through your body when you know that something's around. Who's here right now? Who's making me feel this way? I'm still thinking something is here, surely.
Started scanning.
This is a random word generator. If you want to try and manipulate it, to put a word through it to communicate, please do.
Fact.
Fact. Yes, it is fact that you can use this. You want to give me a word that means something about this site?
Daniel.
Daniel. Is Daniel your name? If so, what army?
Relax.
Relax. It's hard to relax in the middle of nowhere. After midnight, in the pitch black. Can you tell me what happened here? Right at this site. Give me a word. What weapons were used? What weapon did you use?
Your hell.
Your hell. 2 words, that's unusual. Your hell. They try to tell me that this is like a site of hell, where so many people got murdered, killed. Is that what you try to tell me here?
Loosing.
Losing. You try to tell me that you was losing a battle here? You're losing a battle because you are outnumbered. 1. Are people buried here? Buried. You said buried. How many people? Put a bit of reverb on here. See if we get anything. Can anyone give me a name? Anyone? Any names, please? Under attack. You want help? Yes, help. I heard you. Said yes, help. Now, not to worry, because there is somebody going to be here to mark a grave, I'm pretty sure of it. You are not forgotten. By me being here, your memory is still very much alive. Did you not want to just escape and retreat? Someone said, "You're a witch." You're a witch. I'm not a witch. Where is this right now? What area am I in? Marston. Said Marston twice, or something like it. Did a battle take place on this land here? Yes. Come through as clear as you can. Come through as clear as you can, because this might be the last time you get to communicate for a long time. I just want to say thank you for allowing me to be here. I've got a lot of respect for everyone that took part in that battle, lost their lives, even if you didn't deserve to. And I just want to say, I hope you rest in peace. May you rest in peace. Of course, you don't deserve to just be trapped here. You need to go on to the light. I'm going to leave you now. But please, if there's anything else, a last word, request, anything that you want to say, let me know now. Now, I didn't really get anything on the apps like Echovox, Necrophonic, Paratech. Didn't see this go off at any time, so it's been very quiet, quieter than I expected. We are in the middle of nowhere, but yeah, it's a bit of a lucky dip, you know. Is anyone going to come through? I might not even be at the right site. As suspected, it might not be here. So what I'm going to do is, because I don't want to be here too long in the middle of nowhere, I need to get myself back close-ish to where I started and try and conduct a few more experiments around that area, a few more EVP sessions and so on. But I will leave this area now. If this is the area where all those guys were killed and were buried here, then yeah, it's bizarre, strange. Before I go, my battery, which was long lasting, and I mean long lasting, super life, is now on nearly 0%. So either the battery is knackered or something has drained all the energy. And I can't wait to listen back to the apps that were just playing to see if any words came out that I didn't pick up in real time. Be interesting. Now I'm going to get off and go back down that way and try and get myself out of here and see what we can get next. So I've just made my way back around halfway point from what could possibly be the mass grave for the Royalists, and that has been a treacherous journey through bushes, trees, crop fields, and yeah, not advisable on your own. Really don't advise it. But yeah, it's a bit strange. It's getting to that time now where sunrise isn't too far away, but I want to try and do a few more paranormal experiments before I go. So I've still got the K2. This could well have been an area where soldiers did collide at this point. This would have been like the front line, I reckon, the front line for the Royalists. Parliamentarians coming here, meeting them and pushing them back all the way up into that corner. Now this side here would have been more or less where Lord Goring for the Royalists would have stood with his cavalry, and Lord Fairfax would have been coming up here for the Parliamentarians, and just here is where all the action would have taken place, the main bulk of the action, foot soldiers. So here's a place better than anywhere else really for any potential evidence of the paranormal. Now, if there is somebody here in spirit, or maybe you don't know that you're there in spirit, but if you hear anybody at all, please come close to me. Who's here? How many men died here? Can you tell me what side you were on? Can you tell me who the leaders were? Do you know that you're actually a spirit, you're not actually here in physical? Do you know that your life was taken? Can you move one of the crops around, make a noise? Or light up this device down here? Would you like to pass on a message to me or to anybody else? Jeez, it's 2 o'clock in the morning. I mean, to say I set off to go up to that point at 10 o'clock and it took me nearly 2 hours to get there, and I don't seem to have done much. It's really time's going nowhere. It feels like it's been an honour to be here and to get to that point and make it. It was more about the journey and getting there than actually the paranormal investigation. Do you want to tell me your name, please? Tell me your name. What's your name? Must go. Can you tell me how old you are? It's been weird. Before the start of the night, actually getting over to that location, I heard what sounded like shots, cannons, that kind of noise. And I could have sworn I heard something like that right over there just now. Although it could be fireworks, but at 2 o'clock in the morning? Nah, I don't think so. Now, I think what we're going to do is go back to the monument and see if we can get anything near there. And then I think we will call it a night. But yeah, been to the potential mass grave area. And that in itself was an adventure. We've been here in the middle of the fields where potentially a lot of men were fighting at the time. And now we're going to go back down to the monument where it would have all started back on that day. Shit, I've just seen a light up there. Oh, who the fuck was up there? Saw a light right over there, as if someone was going to come up here. And that's the kind of thing why you don't want to be out here on your own, because who knows who is out here. Literally, someone is up there. Now that was fucking strange. There was a white light straight ahead, as though somebody was going to be walking down here, and it's just vanished. So, is it someone? So that was weird. I saw a bright white light. Seemed to be coming towards me and then just vanished. And nothing is here. No car, person, anyone. So what the hell was that? Make sure no one's following me. Well, it's been a long night. I've just made my way back to the monument, and to be honest, when I was walking back down feeling very tired, I saw a white light through the trees situated here near this monument, this entrance, but nobody is around. It is dead quiet. There's no cars. I'm actually on the main road now. So what the hell that was, I have no idea, but I'm feeling a little bit creeped out now. That was very strange, and to be honest, it is very late. I spent most of my time getting to that site, the mass grave, and yeah, it's been an adventure, but I am going to call it a night. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you all soon.